Seymour. Seymour. For those of you that don't follow me on Instagram, this is my dog Seymour. I adopted him in January, and he is one of the laziest dogs that I have ever met. He can't even be bothered to get out of bed to eat. Are you hungry, buddy? But of course, I'm a pretty active person. I like biking, and I hope that Seymour will too. So my goal is to get Seymour to at least like riding a bike with me. Not like him pedaling, but just sitting in a basket. I'm trying to monetize my dog. That's why I got him. This is strictly a business decision. You like tax write-offs? Me too, buddy. Super quick, according to my YouTube stats, about 54% of you that watch my videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you want to see more biking videos with my dog, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button, the like button, and the bell notification icon so you can watch more fixed gear and cycling and dog videos just like this one. Subscribing is totally free, and you can unsubscribe at any time. You want to ride bikes? You want to go for a ride? Do you like bikes? Speaking of liking bikes, a portion of this video was sponsored by Wabi Cycles. To learn more about the bike that I ride on a daily basis, the bike that is so good, it's the only bike that I care to own, stick around until the end of the video to learn more about them. One of the coolest things that I saw living in Taiwan for a year is that people will just take their dogs on their bikes and take their dogs on their scooters, because that's how people get around, and it's just totally normal. And after seeing so many people just riding scooters and riding bikes with their dogs, I thought to myself, damn, I really aspire to be that cool one day. So went out, got myself a dog, again purely a business decision. I don't have a heart. I don't care for that dog. I'm joking, by the way. Some people don't get sarcasm. So I did a bit of research on what the best way to ride a bike with a dog is. And Seymour is about 30 pounds, 29, 30 pounds. He shouldn't be. He should be 25, but his previous family fed him too much cheese, apparently. And I settled on this giant walled delivery cargo basket to ride with Seymour. Apparently it can hold at least a corgi, according to Amazon reviews. I did some research and there's some pros and cons to riding your bike with a dog in a basket versus in a trailer. And most of the cons are for the baskets. Riding with a trailer just seems to be a lot safer, seems to be more stable, and it seems to be more comfortable for the dog since it's not so high up off the ground. But I decided to go with the basket because if I have my dog in a trailer, then you can't see him with a GoPro on my chest. It just looks like I'm riding a bike normally. And again, this dog is purely a business decision. Riding with Seymour, who is, I say, a small, medium-sized dog, is going to be pretty challenging. I've never ridden with 30 pounds up front. He's probably going to make the handling on my bike very squirmy, to say the least. Let alone, he's also not very fond of car rides. He gets really tensed up. He starts shaking and he starts getting antsy whenever he's in a car. And I imagine that will probably translate to when he's on the bike. Seymour, as chill and as lazy as he looks, he gets really excited when he sees other dogs. He starts lunging and starts barking at them. Seems like he wasn't very properly socialized, and that's something we're working on. But as of right now, if he sees another dog in the basket, I hope he doesn't, but he might. It's very well could be a possibility. Might make us crash. So my job, being the good business owner, I mean pet owner that I am, is to keep Seymour in his very calm, chill, and collected state that he's usually naturally in while he's on the bike. Other than the basket, to make my bike more dog-worthy, there's a couple more changes I need to make because I've never ridden with a 30-pound live animal in the front of my bike. So I went with the Nitto Bull Moose bars, which are the coolest handlebars ever made. 71 millimeters wide to give a nice wide shoulder stance and give a lot of leverage and control over the front end for a large, squishy, dog-shaped object that will be moving around. I'll also be dropping my gear ratio down from 49-15 to 49-19 to have more control when I'm riding brakeless. Although I'm riding brakeless, don't worry, I will be riding extremely slowly, like at a jogging pace, and I will make sure that he's nice and comfortable before we even set off on the bike. Don't worry, he's my precious pup. I'm not gonna have him be getting hurt on my watch. But before I throw the basket on these bars and ride with Seymour, safety first. The best thing I can do is to get him comfortable and familiarized with the basket. Again, I need to keep him calm so that he doesn't mess up the steering of the bike and crash us. Seymour is very much so a dog that knows what he likes and knows what he doesn't like, and he doesn't really like to try new things. So to get him as comfortable as possible in the basket, I've watched enough Cesar Milan to at least have a vague idea of how to keep a dog calm under new conditions. I've taken his blankets, put it in the basket, and I will be taking some treats along just to see if he'll like it. He's at least using his nose to investigate the basket. Hey, not yet. Which is a good thing. He's curious about it. Good boy. Good boy. He's trying to tip it over. So before he was pretty apprehensive about the basket, now he's starting to paw at it. He's getting more confident with each treat, right? I really want to try to encourage him to just get on the basket on his own, so that way he feels more confident that he has the power to be around the basket rather than just me forcing him inside the basket, which could be pretty anxiety-provoking for him, especially since he tends to be a bit more of a nervous type of dog. Because Seymour seems pretty comfortable with the basket, next step is to just get him to sit inside it. Seymour, sit. And just chill. Good boy. Come here. Come here. That went way more smoothly than I expected. They forgot a piece. Seymour, we can't bike today. They forgot the hardware. He doesn't even want to look at me, he's so disappointed. Good boy. Good boy. I wasn't expecting that, because he's been very hesitant about the basket lately, but he just sat in by himself. That's really great progress. The next goal is for me to be able to pick up the basket while he's in it and to keep him calm. And he seems like he's just chilling and enjoying the sun, so maybe it won't be so hard. So we'll go to bed. Oh, go to bed. Before I take Seymour, my beautiful boy, out in the basket, I've decided to put some 2 14-pound weights in the front and see how the bike handles. I haven't ridden with a loaded bike in a while. I figured that it's better to test the bike with dead weight rather than live weight. Ooh, it is super squirmy. Super sketch. If I was doing any climbing or descending, I actually might not be able to control this bike. It just really wants to wallow from side to side. It's going to take some time to get used to. To put into perspective of how heavy 30 pounds is in the front, I'm just now realizing that my dog weighs over 50% more than my entire bike. That is a dense boy. Once you get up to speed, it's not so bad. How about a turn? Let's do a turn. Oh! Oh, it wallows. You have to take it like a bus. Oh, anytime I slow down,
It feels like the weight is trying to catapult me over the handlebars. I really gotta sit back to counterweight it. Oh, this thing has so much momentum. It's really hard to stop. How about speed bumps? Oh, okay, that jumped. Okay, no speed bumps for Seymour. I might launch him into the stratosphere.
The biggest thing for me, because the bike is totally rideable, is to just not freak out and to stay calm myself so that Seymour will stay calm during the ride. On Seymour's first attempt of us riding a bike together, he immediately hated the bike once it started moving and jumped out. So now I need to just gradually build up his confidence so he can stay calm and chill and see that a moving bike isn't so scary after all. And if he stays chill, he'll get some nice treats. It's okay, Seymour, we'll go slow.
Good boy. This is the way cycling is supposed to be. Are you having fun, Seymour? Seymour, stay. Nuh-uh. Seymour. Seymour. Well, that's what I feared would happen. All right, he needs more work. We'll go home. We're going home, don't worry, buddy. So it turns out I gotta get him calm around other dogs first before I can ride a bike with him. He's usually so chill that I wouldn't think that he would be so single-minded enough to just straight up jump out of the basket while we are moving. Luckily you didn't get hurt, buddy. That could have been real bad if you got caught in the spokes or something. It's a good try, it's a good try, buddy.
Man, I really thought we could ride. You know, Seymour seemed so chill when we were just riding in the basket, and I thought that he would be able to ride the bike, but once he saw a dog, all of our training just went straight out the window. I will continue to train him to be calm around other dogs and try to introduce him very slowly to more dogs, and until he can just see another dog when we're out walking and be civil and polite to it. Only then will I put him back in the basket. But speaking of the basket, if you're wondering about the bike that the basket is attached to, this portion of the video is sponsored by Wabi Cycles.
Every one of Wabi's design choices are meticulously made to give the purest ride quality for the money, and Wabi executes those choices perfectly, handmade by master craftsmen in Taiwan in a friendly bike shop in Denver, Colorado, that is eager to answer your questions and get you on a bike that you'll love. Wabi's relentless attention to detail results in Wallace, my daily 58cm Wabi Special, weighing in at 17.5 pounds or 7.97 kilos straight out of the box. That's well under 20 pounds for a stock bike with a completely steel, lugged frame set and no carbon components. That attention to detail results in the best riding experience I've ever had, with a snappy, lively ride quality that only top-tier steel can bring. If you're looking for the bike that could very well put an end to your search for the perfect bike, check out Wabi, linked at the top of the description.
And Fixie famous shoutouts to Brandon Black, Kelvin Ho, Zane Kolnik, OC Bike Crew, Ryan Witt, Stan Strong 108, Julian Corona, David Klippens, Ellie Lovelace, and Justin Javier for helping to make these fixture videos possible through their support on Patreon. And remember that life is short, but don't make it shorter, so ride your bike every day to be reasonably dangerous, even if you have to do it without your dog.